Tell him boy back. Tell him boy back. Woo! I ain't thinking about you. I ain't sorry. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So a few weeks ago in one of my vlogs I put it out there that I was accepting questions about uni, graduate life, revision, study tips, just anything you guys wanted to know. I've got quite a few questions. I really don't want to make this video long, but at the same time I don't want to not cover every single area, so it might be a long one. So yeah, as I'm filming this, exam season is coming up in the UK, so I just thought it would be a good time to put this video out there. So I hope this video is informative, and let's get straight into it. First question I got was, did you ever have group projects and how did you cope working in groups? I had group work once and I hated it. I'm gonna be so real with you, I hated it. I didn't get group work till I was like in, was it third year or something? I had heard so many people talk about group work and saying how they hate it and all of that kind of stuff. I used to think people are being so dramatic, like it's not that deep. But honestly, group work is like, I just don't know. I feel like universities add that as part of the degree to kind of test you in some way. You didn't get to pick who you work with. No, I think you did. You got to pick a partner, and then they would put you guys into groups. They would put like pairs into groups or something like that. I don't remember, but all I remember is that that day I wasn't in uni because I was ill. I just got allocated a group. You know, you had to do that thing where you like make a group chat, you have to arrange meetings, you have to book like rooms in the library. It was just so long. I remember getting the best grade for it, and that's just because you can do so well in your bit but other people are bringing you down and they mark you on a whole. And then they did this thing in my uni as well. Each person had to mark everyone else individually, and that all contributed to your marks. If you weren't beefing someone or someone didn't like you in a group, they could just give you like the lowest of lowest scores, and that will bring your whole grade down. My one and only experience of working in a group project, oh wait, no, I've done group projects twice. The first time I didn't get to pick who I was working with, and that was like when it was like the second time I did it with people I knew. We got firsts. We all knew each other. We all knew what we were coming to do. With group projects, it really just depends on who you're working with. I guess that just prepares you for normal life. When you're working in a professional setting, you're gonna have to work in teams, in groups that you have no control over. You can't pick who you're working with. You just have to kind of make it work. It definitely makes you brush up on some skills and develop some skills that you need later on in life. So yeah. Are you happy with your first post-job uni, or did you feel pressured to just get employed, so decided to settle temporarily? That's the situation I'm in right now, and I'm trying to figure out whether to get a standard graduate job that pays the bills and put the pursuit of my dream job on hold. This is such a tough question, and the reason why I'm saying it's such a tough question because I think people forget that I am still very, very young. I just finished uni. If I'm real, I'm definitely in that kind of stage where it's like the more you progress through life, the more situations that you're put in post-uni life, I think it kind of makes you realize what you don't want to do. In everything you do, you have to be wise. If there are bills to pay, you have to just do the job. I always knew that I was going to get a job in the field of my degree. That was always the plan after uni. That was always my plan, which is why I didn't jump into it straight away. And that's why, as you guys know, I traveled. I went to Nigeria. I went to America for like 2 months. I knew that I wanted to do some things for myself. I'm just going with the flow. That's the stage that I'm at now. I'm really just going with the flow with everything. For me to not be grateful that I have a job in my field would be very silly. I didn't really feel pressured, because if I felt pressured, I wouldn't have done all the things that I did straight after uni. I wouldn't have traveled. I would have just got a job straight away. I didn't really feel pressured at all. But I am very, very heart driven, I guess. Which is a good and a bad thing sometimes. I'm very, very hard driven in the sense that I know what I want, I know what makes me happy, I know what doesn't make me happy, and anything that doesn't make me happy, I'm not gonna do it. Even if I do it, I can only hack it for so long, and then I would just kind of, you know, just have to keep it moving. I am just going with the flow. I'm just trying to figure out myself and what I like and what I don't like. Sometimes doing things like getting a job that's in your field will kind of make you realize if you really want to do it or not, because sometimes you think you don't want to do something, and then when you actually start doing it, you actually might enjoy it. Then sometimes you do it and you realize you actually hate it. So I think it's all about wisdom, and it's all about how you feel. If you have bills to pay and you know you can get a job in your field, I would say do it, but at the same time, don't be afraid to chase your goals and go at what you want to really do. It's about finding a balance. It's about being wise and making sure you're taking care of your bills, but at the same time making sure that you don't let your goals and your dreams catch dust, basically. How do you recommend I deal with getting bad mock grades this April? I flopped and I got like an E for my economics exam. I need a high C/B to get a B overall at A2. I got a B at AS. Okay, what I would say is, because I feel like we've all been there before, we've all flopped that one mock exam before. Let your mock exams show you how much work you need to do. That means you need to put your head down and you actually need to just get to work. Don't let it affect you to the point where you feel like, what's the point? But let it motivate and push you to work harder, so you know that, okay, this is the grade that I got for my mock exams. It wasn't the best, but for me to be able to achieve specific grade overall, this is what I need to do. So you just really need to kind of plan and strategize how much work you need to do. You need to really put in work in that specific subject, maybe more than the others that you have already. Never let bad grades discourage you. Always let it push you and motivate you to work harder. I'm an international student. I live on campus. How would you advise one to save cash? Budget yourself. Always try to save a specific amount per month. I lived at home, but I still had to kind of learn how to budget because I worked and I had like my uni grants and loans and all of that jazz. Just budget how much you need. So how much you need on food, on transport, budget, and just always try to stay within budget. If that means whether, you know, you have to kind of like hide your card or you take out a specific amount of cash per week and only spend that. Just little things that will help you stay within budget. I know friends that have lived on campus and when they don't have any money, have to proper scrimp and save and kind of like scrimp to just be able to afford like drink and like a basic meal. Always save and budget your money. Budget how you want to spend your money. Why did you decide to stay at home for uni? Was it more efficient in terms of you saving on learning how to drive and stuff, or was it because you really wanted to go to your specific uni? I kind of had to go to uni that I went to by force because I had to go through clearing. I could have chosen to move out because I know some friends that actually went to uni in London and they still moved out, but I decided to stay at home because for me it just didn't make sense, and it just meant I could save more money and use more money for other things. The money that I would have used to pay for rent is money that I could have used for other things like driving lessons, because driving lessons is expensive, and just like basic necessities. So like paying for transport. Going to uni in London is expensive as it is. To already have that cost of going to uni in London and then try to put, you know, uni accommodation rent on top of that, it just didn't make sense for me. Living at home was okay for me, like it wasn't really a problem. A lot of people did say that, oh my gosh, like, you know, staying at home is boring, you're gonna miss having that uni experience. And to be fair, I don't feel like I missed out on much. When I went to go and visit my friends at uni, I got a taste of that experience and that was enough for me. For some people it's really deep, some people really want to have that experience, some people don't really care. I'm one of those people that I wasn't really fussed. I guess it just depends on the individual. What are your top most effective revision tips for a first year student studying biochemistry? Anybody that is studying the sciences, from biology, from a biomed degree to like a medicine, dentistry degree, anything to do with the sciences, the number one and most important tip I would say is learn your equations. Learn your equations, learn your diseases, the basic things that are needed for your degrees. For my biomed degree, I had to learn a lot of equations in terms of like how the body functions. I had to learn a lot of diseases. I had to know a lot of diseases inside and out. Learn them any way you can. Figure out what type of learner you are. For me, I'm a visual and repetitive learner, so I have to make things look pretty and then I have to go over it. Once you know your equations and your diseases and all those basic things, they all usually overlap with your different modules. So what you use in this module is something that you could apply in another module. Learn the basics, learn your basic equations, learn your basic diseases, learn your basic bodily functions. Like, learn the basics for your degree. What did you do to stay motivated at uni? Did you ever feel like your schedule was repetitive? What did you do to break out of the schedule without compromising your studies? Okay, I'm gonna start with the first one. To stay motivated at uni, you have to surround yourself with the right people and they will help you. There were times that I would go to the library and I did not want to do work, but because I had someone like Tyra or Alice or even my other friends like Tolu, you guys that have been watching my vlogs from the jump from when I first started, you guys will know some of these guys that I'm mentioning. The people that I was surrounded by, they were the people that motivated me. When you go to the library and you don't want to do work, or when you're trying to study and you don't want to do work, these are the people that will motivate me, like, come on Simi, we need to do this, come on, it's just a few more days, or come on Simi, look quickly, do you want me to teach you what I've learned? It's all about who you surround yourself with. You can't do it alone. For me, I definitely could not have done uni by myself. I definitely needed the people I was surrounded by. And also just remembering that for 3 years, however long your degree is, it goes by so quickly. And just remembering that, okay, you know, everything is in season, so you have terms, so you know that, okay, after this term I have a break for like a week, or, you know, just little things that kind of motivate you and push you to work harder. That was definitely what kept me motivated at uni. I did feel like my schedule was repetitive. A lot of the times it was repetitive. I remember Mondays I would be in uni literally from 9 till, it wasn't even 5. Like, I would be in uni till later. It was repetitive, but that's just how life is. The days that I wasn't in uni, I was in the library. Saturday was a day that I could chill. That was the only day that was a bit, you know, different. And Sunday I was at church. When it got close to exam season, after church, it was library. Definitely did get repetitive, but it's one of those things that you just kind of have to roll with it. You have to roll with the punches. You have to just kind of deal with it because it doesn't last for long. So yeah. What did you do to break out of the schedule without compromising your studies? We would go like and eat. We would treat ourselves. That's the kind of thing that kind of made each day or each week different, by just doing something to kind of treat yourself. Just doing something that will treat yourself, even if it's just for a few hours. But I would only do it when I know that I have done enough work, or that I would do enough work after to make up for the time that I lost. It's all about time management and managing your time well, and working hard in the times that you allocated to study. When you work hard, you can play hard. Even if it's just once a week for like an hour, do something to treat yourself. Did you get any work experience outside of your course while you were at uni? Yes, I did. I did work experience at a hospital, a military hospital. It was very intense because I was shadowing doctors and junior doctors, and you know, junior doctors, they work junior doctors to the bone. But it was really fun. It did get me to see the kind of industry that I would be working in. I would advise everyone, if you can, it's never that easy. I definitely did have to struggle to get it. If you can get work experience in your field, even if it's for a day, even if it's for a week, for 2 weeks, I would always advise everyone to get work experience, because that's another way to kind of get insight and a taster into if you really want to do the thing that you're studying to do, if you really are committed to the cause, if you're really committed to the grind, if you really know you want to do what you say you want to do. How did you find final year prepping for dissertation and applying for jobs, setting up things for after uni? So I'm probably like one of the few people that I know that I wasn't applying for jobs. Like, final year was final year for me. A lot of people kept on trying to like pressure me and ask me, okay, what are you doing? Have you started applying for jobs and stuff? And I just had to tell people that, like, y'all need to chill. I've always kind of felt like I never really do things the conventional way, so I knew that I didn't want to jump into a job straight away. I always had that in the back of my mind. For me, it was easy for me to focus on my dissertation, focus on final year. I wanted to be able to 100% commit my time, my effort and my energy into just trying to pass and do well and finish strong. It's all down to you. If you want to jump into graduate life and graduate work straight away, then I would say start looking. Jobs are always going to be there. Your degree isn't. Your degree is once. You do that once. So the grade you get is the grade that sticks with you. Always put in more work in your degree and finishing strong. If you're going to find the job, but don't let it interrupt you finishing strong for your degree, because your degree is only once. Did you find it hard choosing what type of job to go into, as biomed can be a broad area? Yes, I did kind of find it hard. The degree kind of shows you what you like and what you don't like about the topic biomed. As you go along, kind of make note of what areas of biomeds that you like, and then when it's time for you to look for a job, you can start looking for jobs in that specific field that you enjoy working in. It was hard because it's very broad, but I did manage to kind of narrow it and scale it down, I guess. Does the degree you took at university align with your current career job? Yes, it does. Where do you see yourself in 5 years time? Where do I see myself in 5 years time? I don't see myself working where I'm working. My mind is always changing all the time. But my goals and my dreams always stay the same. I would have started my own things, working in the things that I like to do. I see myself traveling a lot. I'm not sure if I see myself in London, if I'm very honest. I don't know if I'm going to still be living in London in 5 years time. In 5 years time, I just see myself being happy. In anything I do, as long as I'm happy and content, that's the aim. In 5 years time, I just want to be happy. I just want to know that the decisions and the choices that I have made, I'm happy with it. So what advice would you give to final penultimate year university students? Finish strong, work hard. Work hard so you can play harder. Work hard so when you finish, you know that you finished strong. You know that you gave 101% in your degree, so that the grade that you got, you know that you couldn't have done anything more to achieve that grade. You never want to feel like, oh, I could have done more, or I could have, do you know what I mean, I could have tried, or I could have studied a bit more. You never want to feel like that. Work hard so you can play hard and not have any regrets. That is all the questions that I received. I'm sorry if this video is long, but I just really wanted to make sure that I covered all the bases. I hope you guys found this Q&A very informative. To those of you guys that are about to start your exam season, I wish you guys all the best. Do not stress. You can do it. I believe in you. It will all be fine. Honestly, when you finish uni, you look back, everything is fine. Everything always works out at the end of the day. If you stopped revision to watch this video, when this video is done, make sure you get back to your revision. Wish you guys all the best. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you haven't already, subscribed to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.